There it is, gang. Huh? Wow. There's more than them, but there it is. Could you have any more of an anti-American group of people or an anti-American program than this one right here? Huh? As they're saying that Donald Trump had nothing to do with the vaccine. Really? No shit. That's why he gave each company $2 billion and said, make it, produce it. If it becomes garbage, throw it away. We'll pay for it. Huh? It's all horseshit. For me and mine, I declare, just like Chaz or Chad or whatever the fuck it is, where I live in as an autonomous zone. I answer to nobody but the rules that I set for myself. I'm an autonomous zone. I'm no longer under the jurisdiction of the state of Florida or to the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States ought to be taken into a 55-gallon empty oil drum, have gasoline poured on it, and burned. Right? The only way to settle the dispute between State A and State B is the Supreme Court. That's the Constitution. You can't just refuse to hear the case. The only thing that leaves is war. Well, we have 18 states, 18 or 20 states, almost half the country. That sounds like civil war to me, and I'm ready to go. I'm also ready to see all the states secede from the United States, period. We can have North America or have America, but no. You're not going to shove late-term abortion down my throat. You're not going to shove free everything for anybody that can get across the Rio Grande River down my damn throat. You're not going to forgive certain people's loans. And here, I had to pay for my house in full. I had to pay for my car in full. I had to pay for every bill I ever had in full. Nothing was forgiven. Obama didn't help me with the fact that my house went down $100,000 in value. No one cared about that. No one wrote me a check. So there it is. One jokester after another. The United States has become not just a joke amongst the world, but the United States has become a joke amongst its citizens. With your 900 languages and your 13 different genders. Think about that. We have 13 different genders. I can't even figure out how in hell you can come up with 13 different genders. All right? So, whatever. I'm done. I'm done. If you drive by my house and you see an American flag flying backwards and upside down, hey, that's the First Amendment of the Constitution allows me to do that. If I want to fly the flag of the Communist Chinese Party right next to it, that's my First Amendment right to do that, because that's who's running this show. We're no longer going to be the biggest military, most powerful country in the world. The Middle East peace is going to go into shit, and so is the $2 a gallon gas. And if you ever think under the Democrats that you will ever see record unemployment for black Americans, because I don't use this African American shit as crap. You weren't born in Africa, right? Plain and simple. Record unemployment on all races in the history of the country under Donald Trump. You're not going to see that ever again. You'll never see it under a Democrat, as they wipe each other's hands and make each other richer and richer and richer. The Democratic Party has become the party of the crooked, con artist, mobster elite. How do I know that? Take a look. Go to Hollywood. Yeah, right? There it is. Go to Jeff Bezos. There it is. Go to censorship of free speech. There it is. So it's time. It's time. Each state should secede from the country, and we can still be here. We can still run our own state governments, have our own state militaries. We could join in a common defense against people from parts unknown. But as far as federal policy being dictated to the independent states that are now countries, you can take all that and shove it right square up your candy ass, as The Rock would say. I've got to see the rise, fall, and death of America in my lifetime. But I've also got to witness the greatest president in the history of this country, Donald J. Trump, do things that were supposed to be impossible to be done. They were done. Now we can watch them all go away. Why CNN and the fake news clap their hands at the destruction that they caused. I am over, I'm out, and you got it. I'm not an American. I'm a white guy that lives in Florida, right? So what am I supposed to be called now? I'm an Irish German American. How come we don't hear more about that? Huh? How come somebody anonymously called in because they had a phone conversation with me and said, I think that this man is in an agitated state of mind and he might hurt himself or others. So the police show up at my door, and I'm Caucasian. They try to kick in my door unannounced, and for some reason the door holds and my windows are open, and the cop says, open the door. I open the door and there's 3 white cops. Put their Glocks right against my forehead and pressed them tight. Tight. Still don't know why they're there. Still haven't said anything. Yeah. The language flew. They demanded I set my little dog down so he could run in the street and be killed by traffic, and I told them like it was. I said, who's going to get froggy and pull the fucking trigger? You got no right to be here. But they handcuffed me and threw me in a car and drove me off, even though I was never placed under arrest, to take me up to a medical facility for psychiatric evaluation, which resulted in nothing wrong with this man. Let him loose as soon as possible. And what happened when I tried to get my reparations from the Clay County Sheriff's Office? Ha, ha, ha. And when I tried to get a lawyer to represent me at my own expense, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, so there it is. So I'm out. I'm out. I won't take a knee because then you confuse me with those other idiots. I'll take both knees. I'll take both knees. I'll take both knees. That's no longer my song. There's not a star on that flag that represents me. So shove it all. I'm out.